check your slate. What might this paragraph be telling us? Turn and talk, go.
This paragraph is telling us that each one was supposed to take a
Should we recognize what we might potential.
Well done, you get them all. No, you didn't ask
Let's bring it back in 3, 2, 1. I heard a lot of really great discussion. We're going to keep going. You're going to have some opportunity to answer questions about it in a second. Adams believed the American dream was about spiritual values and not simply the pursuit of wealth. This is a really, really strong line. I'm going to underline that. I'm going to make a note what it should be. The American dream has lured. Go ahead and circle lured. And go ahead and write attracted. Attracted. Lured means to attract, to pull in. The American dream that has lured tens of millions of all nations to our shores in the past century has not been a dream of merely material plenty, although that has doubtless counted heavily. Go ahead and underline that. That line means, although that's what many people think. It has been much more than that. It's not just about the material possessions. It's much more than that. Let's finish our last paragraph together. Keep your pencils up. In the 1920s and 30s, he felt the idea of the American dream was being reduced to the pursuit of individual wealth and opportunity. Go ahead and underline that line. I'm going to write what it shouldn't be. His novel, The Epic of America, attempted to salvage the moral, or right, heart of the American dream. As he saw it, the dream was a genuine individual search and striving for the abiding. Go ahead and circle abiding. And write permanent values of life. Permanent. All right, friends, thank you for your eyes. There we go. You guys have the next 3 minutes to go back into the text and annotate each paragraph for the central idea. You have 3 minutes. Go. Alvaro, I need you to get started. Somewhere, check your slide. You talked about this yesterday. Let's start. 3 minutes will fly by. We're a minute in, we have 2 minutes left. About 1 minute left. Bring it back. 3, 2, 1. Plus 1 to Adrian and Janelle. You guys have 5 minutes to jump back onto your laptops. You guys are going to answer. I'm sorry, you have 3 minutes. You are going to answer questions 1A and 1B. 1A and 1B. You have 3 minutes. Go. Eyes are tracking me in 3, 2, 1. Smart. Social order in this context.
I said that I think that social order is roles and operations that make communities stay organized.
Right. So rules and operations that make a community stay organized, or a way to organize a society. Really nice job, Samara. So what kind of can you think of another social order that we've talked about in class? Mauricio?
The caste system.
Who remembers the caste system? Who remembers the caste system? Oh, I've got some hands. It's few hands that are like a little shaky. Check the board. Who remembers the Mexican caste system? Who can explain to me what's happening in this model here on the board? Check your slant. If I didn't see your hand up, I especially should see your eyes on this board. Who can explain to me what's happening right now in this social structure, in this social order? Rachel?
In that social order, basically what's happening is that the people that were born in Spain, like, got a lot of better stuff and got a lot more opportunities, while the Native Americans and people of African descendants were, like, more of a...
They have less of what?
Yeah, they had less of...
Everything, opportunity. Let's go and track the board. I need someone to give me an idea of what's happening using the words power and people. What's happening in this caste system using the words power and people? Jimmy.
That in the Mexican caste system, the Peninsulares and the guerrillas have the most power over and have the fewest people because they are different from the other mixed races, like the South and the mestizos, because they are born in a higher social class.
Nice. So we see here that most of the power lies within who? Lies with who? The who? Yeah, so most of the power lies with the fewest people, and the least power lies with most people. And so that is the social system that the Mexican caste system had. Who remembers the Mexican caste system? I need strong hands. Check your slant. We're sitting up straight. Okay, so we're going to continue working with this. Moving on. Sorry, guys, let me find this. Okay. B. What kind of social order does the American dream imagine? Quickly turn and talk with your partner. Share your answer. B. Go.
The American dream has something not being achieved.
You guys have the next 5 minutes to answer questions 2 through 4. Be ready to share out. Go. About 50 seconds. Do you want me to go back and read your responses? I want me to go back and read your responses. I should have eyes. Jimmy, number 2. What does it mean to attain your fullest stature in this context? Check your slant. We're tracking Jimmy.
To achieve the fullest stature means in the context that you have to live you have to live your life to the fullest and make your life make something out of your life that is gonna be successful for you and great for yourself.
You are go ahead and build on that. Thank you, Jimmy.
I would like to go back to you because, like, pretty much saying that you think somebody but not really.
Are you a level higher than someone? Or are you the level that you want to be at? Let's bring that to the class. Do we think that it is a level that you want to be at when it means to live your full stature? If you agree, let me see. If you disagree, let me see. See a lot of agreement. Mauricio, I see you disagreed. Why? We're tracking Mauricio. We're checking our slant. I love that you're waiting for eyes, Mauricio.
Well, I disagree because I respectfully disagree with the people who just talk. Because in like social orders, most people don't get to choose where they stand at because some people might stand like higher than the others because they're different and some of them might only be able to go to a certain level and all that.
So Mauricio brings up a point of like when we're talking about social order, check your slant. I should have eyes tracking me. When we're talking about social order, not people don't get to choose where they stand in the social order. Is that what you're saying? In this sense, what does it mean to attain your fullest stature in this context? So if we go back to this sentence, it says, it is not a dream of motor cars and high wages merely, but a dream of social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to attain the fullest stature or potential of which they are naturally capable. And it continues on from there. So in this context, is he talking about what's really happening, or is he talking about what he would idealize or he would like to happen? Karina. We're tracking Karina. Is he talking about what's happening in society, or is he talking about what he would like to happen in society? Let's give us a big voice. I don't think that Alfredo can hear you. In this paragraph that we just reread, or that sentence in the paragraph that we just reread, is he talking about a life that is happening right now, or an idealized view of the American dream? Of the American dream. Who can build on that? Alexa.
I want to go back to Marino because when he said that, he was talking about what he wanted, everything, how he wanted the American dream to be and how he wanted everyone to be.
Let's move on to number 4. What did Adam's fear was happening to the American dream? What did he fear was happening to the American dream? We're tracking Alvaro. Check your slant. Our eyes are tracking Alvaro. Alvaro.
What his fear was that people have grown weary and not really caring about it anymore.
I love that you were using this vocabulary from the text. There was something a little bit more poignant that he said. Maribel.
He said,
Send her some love.
he wrote that it was like going down, that he was gonna stop. It's like,
Why were people going to stop? What was it going to change to? What did he think it was going to change to? Let's all look at the last paragraph, starting in the 1920s. Read over that. You've got 1 minute. Obama has it. Samara has it. Rachel has it. Yair has it. There's some people over here to catch it. Aurelia's got it. Ina's got it. Alexa's got it. Linnea's got it. Yair, what did he think? What's his fear?
His fear was of his novel, The Epic of America, attempted to shout.
That was his book. What did he fear was going to happen to the American dream? I'm going to pause to make sure that you're listening in. Ina.
he feared that the American dream was going to be reduced to the pursuit of individual wealth and opportunity.
Absolutely. Do you think he was right? Did that happen? If we think that that happened, let me see. If we don't think that happened, let me see. Okay. And number 3, what do you imagine Adam's opinion would be of the caste system in Mexico? What do you imagine his opinion would be of the caste system in Mexico? Turn and talk with your partner. Share your response. Go. Look at her. Look at her. Look at him. it back. 3, 2, 1. Kayla.
Okay, what I said is, I think his opinion would be very bad because he believes freedom for every American.
Samara.
I think that he would have made it to order there in the rules because of that.
Linnea.
I said I believe that Adam's opinion offered a caste system in Mexico that is unfair and not listening to the other community.
Did everyone hear Linnea? Try it one more time, Linnea. It was a really strong answer.
I believe that Adam's opinion off of the caste system in Mexico is that it is unfair and that they are not working together as a community.
Rachel. Go ahead and share your response.
So, Adam fears. I imagine that Adam's opinion would be a bad opinion because he thinks that it could be better, and that like people shouldn't overpower others.
So you want to build on that idea? Nice. Oh, Maribel.
You would also want a leader to all treated and not no one's hiding other.
And what does he think about people being able to choose the lives that they want? What does he think about that? Mauricio, why do you give me a thumbs up?
Well, we need thumbs up because he supported that people should be living the life that they want because they're naturally capable and that they will be recognized by others for what they are.
Nice job. All right, friends. So now that we've read a lot about social order, we're going to jump into organizing. I need one person to collect the books and pass them out. One person to collect the books. We're going to do that in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go ahead and read the directions for the annotations that you need to be making as we read. You guys have 30 seconds to do that. Give me a thumbs up once you finish your directions. Mackenzie, what is this telling us to do?
The directions are telling us to look for important parts and make sure.
First, what are we supposed to keep in mind as we're reading?
We're supposed to keep in mind what Adam fears about the American dream, and then we're supposed to make margin notes, or keep in mind margin notes, and explain why each line is important.
We're going to read it together as a class, so please be ready for Control the Game. I'll wait. Check your slant. We should all be turned to page 220. You guys have 5 seconds to move to free seating with your laptops because you need to take notes. 5, 4, you can be at the standing table. 3, 2, there's back chairs. 1, there's a stool. 0, you can sit on the desk. If you're going to sit on the floor, you need to be in this area right here. We already have established that. right, we're on page 220. We'll read from She Heard. If you're there, say holla.
Holla.
Go ahead and get it started, Jamel.
She heard Miguel's voice in the distance, but she didn't answer. When she got to the end of one row, she moved up to another.
Ansa.
Anza! She could hear him running down the road, catching up with her.
She kept her eyes on the tamarisk tree in the far distance and walked faster. Rachel.
Miguel eventually caught her arm and pulled her around. What is the matter with you? Is this the better life that you left Mexico for? Is it? Nothing is right here. Isabel will certainly not be queen no matter how badly she wants it to be, because she is Mexican. You cannot work on engines because you are Mexican. We have gone to work through angry crowds of our own people who threw rocks at us. And I'm afraid that they might have been right.
Caleb.
They send people back to Mexico even if they don't belong there. Just for speaking up. We live in a corn stall, and none of this bothers you. Have you heard that they